There's a reason why you can dream, pray, and hope with all your heart, but still find yourself waiting. It's not because the universe isn't listening. It's not because you're doing something wrong. The real reason your manifestation seems stuck is simple but powerful: divine timing. Without it, no matter how much energy you put into your desires, they won't fully bloom until the time is right. But what is divine timing? How does it work? And how can you use it to your advantage? Let's find out more about this secret spiritual phenomenon that can change the course of your life for the better. Everything unfolds in its own time. As intriguing as it may seem, divine timing is actually really simple, at least in theory. It's an ancient concept that suggests everything in the universe unfolds in its own time. Now, in practice, it gets much more complex. Many ancient sages explored the concept of manifestation, but understanding divine timing in its entirety remains a complex and evolving challenge. So it's easy to get frustrated when you feel like you've done everything right. You've set your intentions, visualized your goals, and maybe even practiced affirmations. Yet things still don't seem to be moving. But here's the truth that no one likes to hear. Manifestation is not just about wanting something and waiting for it to show up. It's about aligning with a greater flow, one that knows the perfect time for your desires to come into reality. You might be ready, but the rest of the universe, the unseen threads that connect all things, might not be aligned just yet. It's a humbling reminder that while you have free will and the power to create, there's still a grander plan at play. Think of the farmer who plants a seed. No matter how much he waters it or how perfect the soil is, he knows that the seed will sprout only when nature decides it's time. If he tries to rush it, to pull at the roots in hopes of speeding up the process, he only damages the growth. Your manifestations are the same. They have their own rhythm, one that you cannot force but must trust. Trust the universe. This trust is what separates those who truly manifest from those who struggle. You have to learn to embrace the waiting, to see it not as a delay but as preparation. The universe doesn't withhold what you desire to punish you. It holds back to make sure everything is perfectly aligned so that when your manifestation does arrive, it's in the most beautiful and complete form possible. The ancient wisdom traditions understood this well. In Taoism, for example, the concept of ziran, often translated as naturalness or spontaneity, highlights the importance of living in accordance with your true nature and the natural rhythms of the universe. It's about allowing things to unfold organically without interference from excessive control or force. When you live in alignment with Ziran, you trust that life has its own flow and wisdom. Instead of trying to manipulate outcomes, you embrace the path as it comes, knowing that everything will fall into place naturally when the time is right, without the need for force or struggle. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a river watching the water flow. You could jump in and start swimming against the current, fighting to get upstream, exhausted and making little progress. Or you could step into the water and let it carry you. The choice seems obvious, but in life we often opt for the struggle, believing that if we don't control every part of the process, we won't reach our destination. Divine timing asks you to release that control, to trust that the river knows the way. Be present. But this is easier said than done. In a society driven by instant gratification, where everything from food to entertainment is available at the tap of a screen, waiting can feel like an unbearable challenge. We're conditioned to want results now, to see immediate progress or confirmation that things are moving in our favor. This creates a sense of urgency and impatience that clouds our ability to trust in divine timing. When we're constantly reaching for quick fixes or forcing outcomes, we lose sight of the bigger picture and, more importantly, the deeper journey that our soul is on. This is where the teachings of Eckhart Tolle come into play. When you're constantly focused on the future, when will my manifestation happen? Why hasn't it shown up yet? You're missing the magic of the now. And it's in the now that the seeds of your manifestation are growing. even if you can't see them yet. In his work, he emphasizes the power of the present moment, urging us to shift our attention away from the future and into the now. According to Tolle, much of our suffering comes from living in the past or obsessing over the future, but true peace and clarity are found when we're fully present. By grounding yourself in the moment, you not only ease the anxiety that comes with waiting, but you also align more closely with the flow of life. In the Bible, there's a passage in Ecclesiastes that speaks to this truth. To everything, there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heavens. It's a reminder that not only do things happen for a reason, but they happen at the right time. You might not always understand why things are unfolding the way they are, but when you look back, you often realize that the timing was perfect. The doors that didn't open when you wanted them to led you to better ones. The delays weren't obstacles, they were lessons preparing you for what was to come. So, how do you know when the time is right? How do you know when your manifestation is finally aligned with divine timing? It's not always something you can see with your eyes, but it's something you can feel. There's a sense of ease, a natural flow that tells you things are falling into place. You don't feel like you're pushing or forcing anymore. The opportunities begin to appear, the right people enter your life, and you know deep down that this is the moment you've been waiting for. But until that time comes, your job is to be patient. And patience isn't passive, it's active. Active patience. It's about staying connected to your vision while also being open to the fact that the universe might have a better plan for you than the one you've imagined. It's about taking inspired action, yes, but also knowing when to step back and allow things to unfold. Being actively patient means staying deeply connected to your vision. It's about holding your dream close, nurturing it with your energy, and allowing it to grow without rushing the process. You remain aware of your intentions and take steps to bring them closer to reality, but without gripping so tightly that you suffocate their natural flow. This is where balance comes in, between action and surrender, between effort and trust. Active patience doesn't mean you stop working toward your goals. On the contrary, it's about continuing to take inspired action. But the difference lies in how you approach that action. You're not forcing things, trying to control every detail or pushing against the flow of life. Instead, you're taking steps that feel aligned, guided by intuition and inner knowing, while also leaving room for the universe to do its part. One key aspect of active patience is remaining flexible. Sometimes the universe has a plan that's bigger and better than the one you've envisioned. Being actively patient means staying open to that possibility. You might have your heart set on one specific outcome, but life might have something even more perfect in store for you. When you're actively patient, you're able to recognize when it's time to adjust your path or change your perspective. For example, let's say you're manifesting a career opportunity. You've been applying for jobs, sending out resumes, and networking. You're doing everything you can to make it happen. But if no offers come through, active patience is what keeps you from spiraling into frustration or giving up entirely. It reminds you to trust that while things might not be moving according to your timeline, they are moving. Maybe the right opportunity hasn't surfaced yet because it's still being prepared for you. Or perhaps the delay is guiding you towards something even better. There's also a spiritual element to active patience. It's about cultivating inner peace and presence during the waiting period. Instead of being consumed by thoughts of when or how things will happen, you focus on what you can control, your own state of being. You stay grounded in the present, knowing that each day is a step forward, even if progress isn't immediately visible. In this way, patience becomes a form of meditation, a practice of staying centered and calm amidst uncertainty. Another aspect of active patience is knowing when to step back. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to release your grip on the outcome and let go. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather recognizing that your constant effort and worrying might actually be blocking the flow of energy. By stepping back, you allow space for things to unfold naturally without your interference. It's about trusting that you've done your part, and now it's time for the universe to do its part too. Active patience teaches you that the waiting process isn't wasted time. It's part of the journey, an essential stage of growth and preparation. Just because you can't see the progress yet doesn't mean it isn't happening. Your role is to stay committed to your vision, take the steps that feel right, and then trust that the rest will fall into place in perfect timing. And when you master this balance, you'll find that your manifestations not only come to life, they arrive exactly when you're ready to receive them. This is where surrender comes in, another concept that's often misunderstood, so much so that when people hear the word, they interpret it as letting go of your dreams and manifestations. Surrender to your timing. Surrender doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means trusting that the universe knows the best way to bring them to you. It's releasing the need for everything to happen on your timeline and embracing the belief that what's meant for you will never miss you. Imagine you're on a journey, traveling toward a destination. You have a map and a clear idea of the path you want to take. But as you move forward, you encounter roadblocks, detours, and unexpected delays. You might feel frustrated, questioning why your journey isn't going as planned. Surrendering to your timing is like recognizing that there might be a better route, one that you can't see yet, but which will eventually lead you to your destination in a way that is more beautiful and fulfilling than you imagined. In the teachings of Buddhism, there is a concept known as non-attachment. It suggests that our suffering arises from our attachment to outcomes and the timing of our desires. By learning to let go of these attachments, we free ourselves from the anxiety and frustration that comes with waiting. Surrendering to your timing is an act of non-attachment. It's about trusting that what's meant for you will come to you at the right moment, and that any delays or detours are simply part of a larger plan. Consider the story of the lotus flower. It grows in muddy waters, and yet it blooms beautifully and perfectly. The flower doesn't rush its growth or force its way to the surface. Instead, it follows a natural progression, trusting that in time it will emerge and blossom. Similarly, surrendering to your timing involves trusting that, just like the lotus, you too are growing and evolving, even if you don't see the results immediately. In practical terms, surrendering to your timing means practicing patience with grace. It's about focusing on what you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your energy, while letting go of the need to control how and when your desires will manifest. This might involve continuing to work toward your goals, but without the obsessive focus on deadlines or specific outcomes. It's about allowing space for the universe to work its magic, knowing that the timing will be perfect, even if it's not according to your plan. Do this by programming your mind, the secret art used by the ancient sages to better understand divine timing. Program your mind. One way to practice this is through daily affirmations and meditations that reinforce trust in the universe's timing. You could say, "I trust the timing of my life. What's meant for me will arrive at the perfect moment," or "I release the need to control outcomes. I trust that the universe is working in my favor." Speaking these affirmations aloud or writing them down in a journal sets a positive tone for the day, reaffirming your belief that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. One particularly powerful method is practicing mirror work. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, and repeat your affirmations with conviction. As you speak, allow the words to sink deep into your consciousness. Over time, this builds confidence and strengthens the connection between your conscious mind and your deeper, intuitive knowing that life is guiding you. Remind yourself that every experience, every delay, and every unexpected turn is part of a greater design. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, and trust that these actions are preparing you for the manifestation of your desires. When you align with this mindset, you create a positive, receptive energy that helps attract what you want. Another aspect of surrendering to your timing is embracing the lessons that come with waiting. Every moment of waiting is an opportunity for growth and reflection. It's a chance to develop patience, resilience, and faith. Instead of viewing delays as obstacles, see them as opportunities to deepen your understanding of yourself and your desires. Reflect on what you've learned and how you've grown during this time. To sum up, surrendering to your timing is about letting go of the need to control outcomes and trusting in the universe's plan. It's an act of faith, patience, and acceptance. By releasing your grip on specific timelines and embracing the natural flow of life, you open yourself to receiving your desires in their most perfect and timely form. This surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means allowing the universe to work its magic while you continue to move forward with trust and grace. The path is never straight. Contrary to popular belief, manifesting isn't as simple as ask and it is given. Yes, you ask by defining what you desire, but then you must undergo the journey of becoming who you are at a soul level in order to truly create it. If your desires are misaligned with your soul's purpose, you will manifest something different than what you intended, or perhaps nothing at all. That's why knowing who you are on a soul level is so crucial. Once you tap into that knowledge, the process of manifestation flows more easily, like a river following its natural course. If you were seeking a life of instant manifestation, that would have required staying in the spiritual realm, not on earth. Here, in the physical plane, the vibration is simply too low for things to manifest with the snap of a finger. The challenges you face are essential to the process of learning how to be human. The more you resist this truth, the more difficult and delayed the manifestation process becomes. Experiencing lack holds deep value. When you feel it, you're not just brushing against desire, you're fully immersed in it. That sensation tells you just how strong your longing is, and it allows you to experience it in your body, your mind, and your emotions. For some, this feeling manifests as depression. For others, jealousy or even anger towards those who seem to have everything they want. But no matter what form it takes, these feelings are key to understanding your own desires and how they align with your path. The path to manifestation isn't a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and detours that at the moment might feel frustrating. But each of those twists is necessary. Each detour is leading you closer, even if it doesn't seem like it. Divine timing is the compass that guides you through this journey, ensuring that when you arrive, you're not only ready to receive your manifestation, but that it's ready to receive you. Each twist in the path, each unexpected turn, is a necessary component of your journey. These moments of uncertainty and challenge are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth and realignment. Just as a winding road can reveal new and beautiful landscapes, these detours can offer valuable insights, skills, and experiences that you wouldn't have encountered on a straight path. Divine timing acts as your compass on this winding journey. It helps you navigate through the uncertainties and guideposts that arise along the way. This means understanding that the journey might not always make sense at the moment, but it's unfolding exactly as it needs to. Just like a compass that points true north, divine timing keeps you aligned with your ultimate destination, even when the route seems convoluted. Consider the concept of kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold. The cracks and imperfections are not hidden but celebrated as part of the object's history. Similarly, the detours and challenges on your path are not failures, they are integral parts of your story. They shape you, refine you, and prepare you for the manifestation you seek. Without these experiences, you might not be ready to fully appreciate or handle what you've asked for. Another way to look at it is through the metaphor of sculpting. A sculptor starts with a block of marble, and through chiseling, they reveal the form within. Each strike of the chisel, each adjustment might seem like a deviation from a perfect form, yet these adjustments are essential in uncovering the final masterpiece. Similarly, the twists and turns in your journey are shaping you and your desires, ensuring that when your manifestation finally arrives, it's as refined and perfect as it can be. In practical terms, embracing this non-linear path means practicing patience and trust. It means accepting that while the journey may be unpredictable, it is also guided by a higher wisdom. Instead of resisting the detours, try to see them as part of a larger, more meaningful journey. Reflect on what each challenge or unexpected turn is teaching you and how it's preparing you for the arrival of your desires. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.